Guyana Telephone and Telegraph Company, GT&T, is to reduce its rates for international calls by landline customers in the near future. Chairman of the Public Utilities Commission, Justice Prem Prasad, says the Commission has given the go-ahead for a 3-month period with effect from October 2. Acting Public Relations Officer Oscar Clark told NCN that the utility company had applied for a rate reduction to facilitate one of its upcoming promotions. Clark also noted that landline customers will enjoy this service during off-peak hours, that is 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. The promotion to this effect will be launched soon by the company. Welcome back. You're watching the NCN 6 o'clock news. A new head for the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit has been appointed from October 1. According to reports, James Singh will now be responsible for controlling the operations of the unit. Mr. Singh will ultimately be accountable for the unit according to the laws of Guyana and other relevant policies and procedures laid down by the administration. Reports indicate that this James Singh is not the same referred to in an earlier newscast as the head of the Guyana Forestry Commission. The Kano vacancy was created after immediate past acting head Orville Ned and several others were sacked following their failure of the lie detector tests. Chairman of the Ethnic Relations Commission, Bishop Juan Edghill, says the verbal spats on the airwaves among religious broadcasters and talk show hosts, if not curtailed, can escalate into a crisis. Edghill was at the time briefing journalists on the concern about some level of intolerance being broadcast locally. More in this Akila Jacobs report.
Bishop Juan Edghill says with the absence of broadcast legislation, the ERC plans to facilitate discussions among religious leaders to find a common ground. According to Edghill, too often religious leaders utilize the local airwaves to bash another religious group. He says that the ERC has decided to develop a mechanism to decrease any potential religious conflict caused by this practice.
The last thing that this country could afford is to add to the problems we have, whether perceived or real, of racism, is to have another problem of religious intolerance.
The chairman refuses to point fingers at any specific local program, but noted that residents in various communities and religious leaders have indicated the intervention of the ERC.
The moment we have this continual verbal battle about whose religion is the truth and who are demons and who are wicked and who is ungodly and who should be locked out from your community and you know, and things like that. We are now moving the divisions that exist from just merely practicing a religion to demonizing another religion.
In this regard, the ERC will host a religious leaders conference in November to engage leaders in discussion to propagate their faith in a responsible manner. There will also be a religious broadcasters workshop in December, which will target religious broadcasters and talk show hosts. This forum aims to establish the understanding and respect of religious diversities. Reporting for the NCN 6 o'clock news, Akila Jacobs.
Chairman of the City Hall Commission of Inquiry, Keith Burrows, has met City Hall officials today to discuss the irregularities identified in the Auditor General's report. In an interview with NCN, Mr. Burrows said he had spoken with a number of workers of the municipality in private and made several written submissions. The chairman and 5 commissioners of the City Hall Commission of Inquiry took the oath of office before Local Government Minister Kelwan Lal last August. Members of the public were invited to express their views on the matters during this afternoon's meeting. 45 students from across the country were today awarded for their excellent performances in the country's examinations. Acting President Samuel Hines advised the students to now work in the best interest of the country's development. Natasha Smith has more.
Acting President Samuel Hines was part of the 12th such award ceremony and in his address said educated young people are important for the country's future and they should cope better than the previous generation.
As I commend you, I need to say to you, the awardees, that you should see your achievements not primarily as adornment and tribute, and we are paying you tribute today, but don't get carried away with the tribute. But see also, or see more, that this recognition brings much obligation to you, an obligation to deliver to the society what you have been taught.
While congratulating the students on their achievements, Minister of Education Sheikh Baksh also highlighted the many plans his ministry has in store for the development of the education sector. Minister Baksh says, through the many accomplishments, there are still weak areas, especially in the main subject areas like mathematics and English, which shows a low percentage in the pass rate.
And our goal at Ministry of Education is to restore Guyana's top position in the Caribbean. We have been doing well over the years. Many of our students have been topping in science at the CSEC, overall top performance at the CSEC also, and we have been doing well. But we have to do better in terms of the numbers of children, the numbers of students must increase.
Minister Baksh says other students should be inspired by the achievements of the awarded and strive for the best. He says it is important to remember the contributions of both parents and teachers in helping their children achieve success. Meanwhile, the minister also pointed out that the low percentage of males at examination level is alarmingly low and the situation must be addressed. Among the awardees were this year's top CSEC performer, Yana Marissa Edwards, who copped the top place after a final analysis was done on the results. Rajiv Lal of the Anne Regina Multilateral and Yogita Prasad of the CV News Primary School, among other outstanding performers, were also awarded. The awardees spanned all the major examinations written this year, including the National Grade 6 Assessment, CSEC, GCE, GTEE, and the CPC examinations top students.
We must not forget our teachers. Sunday will be International Teachers' Day. And in this respect, I want to announce that we are working to introduce or reintroduce awards to best performing teachers in this country.
Reporting for the 6 o'clock news, Natasha Smith.
Minister within the Education Ministry, Dr. Desiree Fox, says efforts are being made to enhance the delivery of agricultural science in schools. She notes that it is important for students to be provided with a comprehensive program so that they can eventually make use of the valuable opportunities being created in the sector. More from Shardalal.
The Ministry of Education is hoping to regenerate interest in agricultural science in schools. While it has been offered at secondary school level, Minister within the Education Ministry, Dr. Desiree Fox, says there are plans to fully implement the subject in nursery and primary schools. In addition to offering the subject at CXC level, the ministry also has a certificate program for out-of-school youths to develop knowledge and skills in the area.
That same BCCP project, as well at CSEC level, the curriculum suggests. We have not reviewed it. It is there. That has to be delivered at a certain standard and quality so that children would be able to write it at CSEC and CXC exams.
However, Dr. Fox says there have been challenges over the past few years since many teachers have migrated. At present, the ministry is currently trying to train teachers in accordance with the agricultural science syllabus. It will also be benefiting from the services of 2 agricultural experts from the Ministry of Agriculture. These persons will be assisting the ministry by coordinating and monitoring school programs countrywide and providing technical support.
But Ministry of Agriculture is really working with us. We at the Ministry of Education, we are very excited about the idea that agriculture is going to come off again in schools. And this is why I wanted the 2 persons from Ministry of Agriculture to be the focal point at the Ministry of Education.
Minister Fox is also hoping that the present curriculum can be revised to meet the fast-paced developments in the sector. Reporting for the 6 o'clock news, I'm Shardalal.